everyone and welcome to this learning video on numerical method. I, Dr. Kirti Sahu, welcome you all to this interesting topic of the numerical method, that is Picard's method. So as we know that analytical methods of solutions are applicable only to a limited class of differential equation, and the frequently differential equation appearing in physical problem do not belong to the familiar types, and one has to apply a numerical method. So the numerical methods are of even great importance when we realize that computing machines are now available, which reduces the time to do the numerical computation considerably. So there are two types of numerical methods available for solving the first order ordinary differential equation. One is the power series method, another is making use of set of values of x and y. So in a power series method, as we have discussed, the one of the important method, that is a Taylor series method. So here we are going to discuss the second power series method, that is called a Picard's method. So let's see what is the importance of Picard series method and how it works, what are its requirements. So Picard series method is a method, obviously it is a single step method, and here the series is truncated. Here we will consider a first order differential equation with the initial condition y of x naught equal to y naught. What we do here we will integrate this equation 1 with respect to x. So what between the limits x to x, x naught to x, and y to y naught. So what we have, integration of dy from y naught to y and integration of f of x y with respect to x from x naught to x. So here this left hand side can be integrated. So integration of 1 is y, and then applying the limits we get y minus y naught equal to such type of expression. Here f of x y is a unknown function which appears under the integral sign. So if you observe this equation 2, so this equation 2 is nothing but same as an integral equation which involves an unknown function f. So here are one initial condition y of x naught equal to y naught. So if you observe what we have done, so we have replaced this equation 1 by an equivalent integral equation which is given by equation number 2 involving the unknown function f of xy. So equation 2 is equivalent to equation 1 since the solution of equation 2 is a solution of equation 1 and vice versa. So therefore we obtain the solution of this by approximation method. So what we are going to do, so we are going to obtain a first approximation which we denote by y1 or y superscript 1, right? So which is obtained by replacing the y over here by y naught. So what we have, the first approximation as y1 is equal to y naught plus integration from x naught to x of f of x y naught dx. This is the first approximation to the values of y. On the similar line, if we will replace this y in equation 2 by say y1, then we get a second approximation which is denoted by y2 or y superscript 2. So in general we have the nth approximation to the solution is yn is equal to y naught plus integration from x naught to x of f of x y n minus 1 dx. So if you can see here the relation between the second approximation and the quantity which is getting replaced in the integrand is differ by only 1. It means that when we want the second approximation which is y2, then in that case I have to just replace y by y1. Okay, so this formula is called as a Picard's iterative formula, and as the method of successive approximation is getting used, that's why sometimes Picard's method is also called as Picard's method of successive approximations. So continuing like this, we have the various approximations to the values of y, and each one of them gives us a better result than the preceding one. So this method can be applied only to the equation in which the successive integration can be obtained easily is the only drawback of this method. Okay, so this method becomes powerful only you know the integration of this, successive integration of the function. Otherwise, this method you will find difficult to apply. So let's see how to get the solution of this with the help of couple of example. So let's take the first example. So first example over here is, it's mentioned explicitly that use Picard's method to solve the differential equation dy by dx is equal to, it is given as x square plus y square, and initial condition given is y of 0 equal to 1 up to the first 5 terms, up to first 5 terms. So here we have to obtain the solution till we get the first 5 terms. So it's not clear whether we get first 5 terms in the first approximation or second approximation or third approximation. So we will have to go on evaluating each approximations, and as soon as we get the first 5 terms in the series, then we will stop. So what it is given, so here if you compare this differential equation with a standard form of a first order differential equation, so what you will find that f of xy is nothing but x square plus y square. Okay, and y of x naught equal to y naught is the condition given. So on comparing that with that, so you will find x naught is 0 and y naught is equal to 1. So these are the values required before applying the method. So by Picard's method, the first approximation is given by what we have. So first approximation is, so the formula is, it is denoted by y1 is equal to y naught plus integral from x naught to x of f of x y naught, integration with respect to x. So we will substitute the corresponding values. We know y naught, which is 1, plus integral x naught is 0 to x f of x y naught. If f of x y is x square plus y square, so what would be f of x y naught? So I just have to replace y naught by this value of given, that is, it is f of x y naught is 1, integration with respect to x, which can be written in turn as 1 plus integral from 0 to x f of x1 will be, just in this expression put y as 1. So what we have? So we have this as x square plus y square, y is 1, so 1. Now integrating this, now this becomes completely a function of x. So we have 1 plus integration of x is, so x square is x cube by 3 plus integration of 1 is x, and on applying the limits you will get the same terms. So how many terms we are getting here? Here we have 3 terms, 1, 2, 3, right? So we need to find out the next approximation also. Now that is what second approximation. Now second approximation is, so formula is y2 equal to y naught plus integration from x naught to x of f of x y1. Okay, so this first term remains unchanged in each approximation, this remains fixed. Only term changing is this function y in the integrand. So let's substitute the values. So this implies y2 is equal to y naught is 1 plus integral from 0 to x again, f of x and y1. What is y1? y1 we have just obtained this as 1 plus x cube by 3. So we will substitute that. So what it becomes? So it is nothing but in place of y1 we have 1 plus x cube by 3. This is what we have. Integrating this with respect to x. Now how to let's simplify this. So we want 1 plus now f of x of this is required. So f of xy is nothing but x square plus y square, means square of this term and square of the second function. So it is x square plus in place of y I am having this complete term, so I will take the square of this. So 1 plus x cube by 3 whole square, and this complete term need to be integrated between the limits 0 to x. This is what we have according to definition of f of xy. Now let's first simplify and then we will integrate. So it is integral from 0 to x. This as it is. Let's expand this. So after expansion, you will find its expansion as nothing but just use the formula a plus b whole square. So what we have? We have this as 1 plus x whole square. I am taking this as one function, and plus 2 into 1 plus x into x cube by 3. So 2ab plus b square, that is x to the power 6 by 9. This is what we have. We need to expand this again before integrating it further. So it is 1 plus integral from 0 to x. So it is x square plus 1 plus 2x plus x square plus we have 2x cube by 3 plus 2x to the power 4 by 3 plus x to the power 6 by 9. This is what we have here in this case. Okay, now we can integrate this very well easily. So let's integrate this. So what we have? So we have y2 is equal to nothing but, after integration you will find it as, it is nothing but comes out to be 1 plus x square plus 2x cube by 9 plus 2x to the power 5 by 15 plus x to the power 7 by 63. So in this way we get y2, and if you count the number of terms over here, so it exceeds 5 and it is expected to have at least 5 terms. So this is what we expected in this particular example. So this is our required answer. The solution of differential equation by Picard's method up to the first 5 terms. So this is one type of example asked. Sometimes what happens that you are asked to find out the value of y for certain values of x given. So let's have such type of example. Example number 2. So given dy by dx is equal to say x plus y, and y of 0 is equal to 1. dy by dx is x plus y and y of 0 is given as what? 1. Find y up to, here again it's mentioned to have a 5 terms, up to 5 terms by Picard's method. By Picard's method, and hence find y when x is equal to 0.1 and x is equal to 0.2. So this problem consists of 2 parts. First part is to obtain y up to first 5 terms by Picard's method, and then evaluation of y for x is equal to 0.1 and x is equal to 0.2. So let's obtain the first part. So again we need to identify f of xy. So we have the differential equation always of the form dy by dx is equal to f of xy. So here f of xy is nothing but x plus y, and then comparing with standard condition y of x naught equal to y naught gives us x naught is equal to 0 and y naught is equal to 1. So let's obtain the first approximation by Picard's method. So y1 is given by y naught plus integral from x naught to x of f of x y naught. This is what we have. Now substituting the known values which we have. So y1 is equal to y naught is 1 plus integral from x0 to x naught is 0, f of x y naught is 1. Now then put this f of integrand is required, f of x1. So I just have to put y as 1 in this expression. So what we get? So we get y1 is equal to y naught is 1 plus integral from 0 to x of x plus 1 dx. Now integrating and substituting the limits, what we get? So we get this as 1 plus x square by 2. After integrating and simplifying, we get such expressions. Now similarly, let's evaluate f of xy1, because this is required in the second approximation. So let's simplify it at this stage. So what will be f of xy1? So it will be f of x and y1 is 1 plus x square by 2. Okay, and definition given for f of xy is x plus y. So we will just add these two. So x plus this term. So that is 1 plus x square by 2. This is what we get. So that is equal to what? 1 plus x 2x plus we have x square by 2. So this is our f of xy1, which I am going to use in the second approximation. So what is y2? The formula for y2 is y naught plus integral from x naught to x of f of xy1. And just now we have obtained the value of f of xy1, so which we will substitute directly here. So y naught is 1 plus integral from 0 to x of 1 plus 2x plus x square by 2. Let's integrate this term and simplify. So what you will find? So y2 is 1 plus x square plus x cube by 6. This is what we have, right? So here I am getting only 4 terms. So I need to find out y3 also. So before y3, let's find out value of the function at x, y2. So what it will be? It will be f of x. What is y2? Is 1 plus x square plus x cube by 6, and as f of xy is nothing but x plus y, so these two will get added. So we have 1 plus x square plus x cube by 6, right? So that is equal to 1 plus 2x plus x square plus x cube by 6. This I will use in the third approximation. So the third approximation is y3, which is given as per Picard's iterative formula as y naught plus integral from x naught to x of f of x y2. Now substituting f of x y2, which we have obtained here, right? So what we have this as y naught plus integral from x naught to x of 1 plus 2x plus what it is, 2x plus x square plus x cube by 6. This is what is the expression for f of x y2, which we have calculated earlier. Now y naught is 1 So 1 plus integration of this is to be done. So x plus, this is x square plus what we have, x cube by 3 plus this gives you x to the power 4 by 24. So in this way we get the expression as 1 plus x square plus x cube by 3 plus x to the power 4 by 24, and if you count the number of terms available here, this comes out to be 5. So we have to stop here. So we have obtained the solution of the differential equation up to first 5 terms by Picard's method, which is given by nothing but y3. Now our aim is to obtain the value of y when x is equal to 0.1 and x is equal to 0.2. So let's substitute x is equal to 0.1 in equation 1. So we get this as y of 0.1 is equal to, so putting everywhere in equation 1 x as 0.1, so we get this as y of 0.1 is equal to 1.1103, and similarly for on substituting x as 0.2, we get the value of y at 0.2, so which is y of 0.2 is equal to, so here put x as 0.2, so we get this as 1.2427. So in this way the solution is obtained. So I hope this is clear to you all. In the next video lecture we shall come up with the important and interesting examples on the same method. We'll see what are the differences and what are the challenges in solving those examples. Thank you all for watching the video.